The bench was cold. Ethan sat there long after the sun had disappeared, his hands buried deep in his jacket pockets, staring at the empty park. The city lights flickered in the distance, but none of them felt close enough to matter. This bench had seen him before, on better days when hope still felt possible. Tonight was different. Ethan had just failed again. Another rejection email. Another polite sentence explaining why he wasn't the right fit. He had lost count of how many times he'd read those words. Each one felt heavier than the last. He leaned forward, elbows on knees, head lowered. "I tried," he whispered to no one. Growing up, Ethan had been told he was average. Not bad, not great, just average. His teachers said he should aim for something safe. His friends took paths that made sense: steady jobs, predictable lives. But Ethan dreamed bigger. He wanted to build something meaningful, something his younger self could be proud of. That dream cost him everything. Savings gone. Relationships strained, nights filled with doubt. And now, here he was on a cold bench, wondering if quitting would hurt less than continuing. His phone buzzed. A message from his mother. "Did you eat today?" Ethan smiled weakly. She always knew when he was struggling, even when he said nothing. He typed back, "I'm fine." It was a lie, but a familiar one. Years earlier, his father had sat on this same bench with him. "You don't need to be extraordinary," his father had said. "Just don't give up on yourself." Ethan hadn't understood back then. Now, he felt the weight of those words. A jogger passed by. A couple laughed somewhere nearby. Life kept moving even when he felt stuck. Ethan stood up suddenly. He paced, sat down again, pulled his laptop from his bag. "What's the point?" he muttered, but something inside him refused to stay silent. He opened the document he had almost deleted 100 times, the idea he believed in more than anything. This time he rewrote it, not to impress investors, not to chase approval, but to solve a real problem he understood deeply. He worked until his fingers ached. When the battery died, the sky was already lightening. Ethan leaned back and exhaled. For the first time in months, he felt calm, not confident. Not successful, just honest. Weeks passed. Nothing magical happened overnight. But something shifted. People listened, not everyone, but enough. One small opportunity turned into another. Rejections still came, but they didn't crush him anymore. Because Ethan had stopped tying his worth to outcomes. Months later, he returned to the park. The same bench. This time he sat with a coffee in his hand and a quiet smile on his face. His project wasn't famous, but it worked. It helped people, and that was enough. Ethan realized something important. Most people don't quit because they fail. They quit because they feel invisible. But progress doesn't announce itself loudly. Sometimes it whispers. And sometimes it waits on a cold bench, asking if you're brave enough to stay a little longer. Ethan stood up and walked away. Not because the struggle ended, but because he finally believed he was moving forward.